All right, well, congestion pricing just won't go away. The MTA holding a board meeting to discuss the impact Governor Hochul's pause on the plan is having on the city.
All right, Fox 5's Arthur Chan live outside MTA headquarters to sort it all out for us. And Arthur, this really has people on both sides, predictably enough, fired up tonight.
Steve, Natasha, up until now, we've known the cost of the governor's decision when it comes to MTA's capital budget. That's for big projects going forward. Today, we got the hard numbers for what it means to the MTA's operating budget. That's year to year, keeping things running. 800 is the unmagical number, 800 million that they're going to be missing. And they say if this pause becomes permanent, they'll have no choice but to consider a combination of borrowing more money, which is to owe more money, cutting service, and raising fares.
If we have to raise more debt to keep things running, that's problematic. And if we don't do it through debt, then, ladies and gentlemen, the public will have to raise fares.
The MTA Wednesday detailed the exact cost of Governor Hochul's decision to stop congestion pricing. While several key capital projects have already been halted, the MTA's CFO detailed risks to the operating budget, from added debt to the higher maintenance costs of trying to keep old buses and subways running, to the loss of revenue from drivers who were going to switch over to mass transit, a potential loss of $800 million by 2027. MTA Chair and CEO Janno Lieber repeated that Governor Hochul has said she will fund the MTA and that the agency takes her word for it. But he also acknowledges that years of progress at the MTA is on the line.
I'd be damned if I'm going to personally let it go down, let the system go backwards without a fight.
Hochul, grow a spine! Hochul, grow a spine!
Watchdogs and advocates rallied outside the MTA's headquarters by Bowling Green before the meeting, demanding the governor unpause congestion pricing now.
We should be here celebrating 1 full month of congestion pricing.
A major reason the MTA is on track for deficits in the coming years is the staggering amount of fare evasion, from drivers toll dodging by using ghost plates or illegally covered plates to turnstile jumping, and the MTA is now focusing on how 40% of all bus riders are choosing not to pay. While Fox 5 has seen Eagle teams checking buses and pulling off passengers who skipped out on paying, it clearly has not been enough to move the needle and to change habits. And the agency says, along with the NYPD, it's close to rolling out a new enforcement strategy.
This is part of New York citizenship. We don't stick each other with the cost of making the transit system work economically.
As for the MTA's budget issue right now, November is the crucial month. That is when the MTA has to put together their operating budget for next year and also present their next 5-year capital plan. If the funding isn't in place by then, and that's before Albany decides on next year's budget, if they don't have that funding in place, that's when they're going to have to start considering some of the really awful alternatives we discussed here. That's the latest from the MTA's headquarters here in Lower Manhattan. Arthur Chan, Fox 5 News. Natasha, back to you.